Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you. My name is Temante Leary, and I'm the CEO and co-founder at Class Updates. We created Class Updates for higher education students and professors, an app that uses push notification technology for real-time communication. COVID-19 caused higher education to shift to remote learning. How are professors and students going to stay connected and communicate about classes? Next slide, please. The number of learners impacted by national school closures worldwide is approximately 1.38 billion, and that number is growing. Next slide, please. Class Updates app is the perfect solution for professors and students to use for real-time communication and works on any mobile device. We have every college and university and high school in the country in our database. It's free and easy to use, no training, and currently we have over 7,000 downloads. Next slide. We are seeking seed investment, strategic partnerships, and meaningful introductions to higher education decision makers in an effort to grow and scale our company. My question for the panel is, communication between students and professors has changed since COVID-19 created the shift to remote learning in higher education. How can you help us at Class Updates to fill this void?
Thank you very much, Temante. I think this was a really interesting application that you have there. I have a quick question. I think I heard my least favorite price point. Did you say this was free?
I did say, yes, we have a freemium model currently, but we do have a plan to monetize, hopefully by white labeling our technology to different institutions, and hopefully we can get into different license agreements in doing that.
So I'll tell you why free is my least favorite price point. I think it is because African-American entrepreneurs have an extremely different experience of raising money than everyone else. Other people can have ideas. Other people can have experience. African Americans need customers, and customers are people who gave you money. And there is information that comes to you as an entrepreneur from someone deciding to spend money on what you're offering that can come no other way, right? Did they do it really quickly so your price is too low? Did they hesitate to do it? What money did they reach into their pockets to spend? I think you are, as your question indicated, you are serving an industry that is in the midst of an existential moment. A lot of colleges that exist today won't exist a year from now because they haven't figured out how to convince people to pay $40,000 a year for online learning that isn't good. If you could target a specific set of those, HBCUs, community colleges, small private colleges that don't have $1 billion endowment, and figure out how your technology can help them solve their central problem and get some of them to pay you, your ability to attract money will grow exponentially from that. I'll say this too about the information that you were providing in this this moment. Everyone has gone online to the extent possible. If we had had this a year ago, and you had asked me, as someone who has been in online learning since the time when the internet sucked, if you had asked me about online learning, I would have said to you that online learning is a good substitute for in-person learning for the kinds of people who know how to teach themselves, especially if he already has a master's degree, and I chose my pronoun carefully. Nobody was having a good experience online in learning at this level except older men who already had master's degrees. And I don't believe that that has changed a lot just because everybody had to go to it. So what you are offering is something that I suspect is going to be a key aspect. The bad experience of online learning is not about the content. It's usually not about the technology. It is about the motivation that comes from sitting in a classroom next to other people trying to do that. So if yours can become the means by which a professor checks in on you and says, Kiana, I noticed you came to our online session late today. What's going on in your world? How can I help? That will have an impact on Kiana's engagement, on Kiana's inclination to continue her education until we can get back to something that approaches normal. So I would definitely suggest that you lean in to a very, very specific problem and charge people money for it. That you're going to have a much more difficult time raising funds without customers than people who look nothing like you or me do. Or at least that's been my experience of 25 years. Maybe somebody else has a different one.
He is absolutely correct.
Thank you.
Charge. Always charge.
Okay.
Thank you, Temante.